Today I'm opening this roll of Libertads. Good morning, it's today again. Welcome back to Joseph's Reserves. I'm Joseph, and I store 20% of my income in the form of rare coins and precious metals. My LCS let me borrow this roll of 1985 Mexican silver Libertads so that I could estimate some grades and potentially help them out with sending them off to be graded. So let's take a look. Congratulations to Don't Ask for being the first comment on my last video. Definitely go down in the comments and find Don't Ask to start a conversation with him. But something tells me he doesn't like questions. Before we open this roll, I want to give a little bit of context. Mexico has one of the longest silver coin traditions in the world. The Casa de Moneda de Mexico, founded in 1535, is actually the oldest mint in the Americas. For centuries, Mexican silver coins set the global standard for trade. What a lot of people don't realize is that Mexico was also the first country to issue the 1-ounce silver bullion coin, starting with the onza troy in 1949, decades before the bullion programs ever existed. Fast forward to 1978, a low mintage year many collectors see as the bridge between Mexico's classic silver and the modern bullion era. Then, in 1979 and 1980, as silver prices exploded, Mexico issued the early modern silver coins, and that period led directly into what many collectors consider the most iconic Mexican silver coin ever, the Libertad. Starting in 1982, the Libertad brought back the classic winged victory design, but with no face value, just pure silver, weight, and history. So when we open this sealed 1985 Libertad roll, we're not just opening silver. We're opening a small piece of Mexico's long silver history. And with that, I won't prolong it any longer. So let's go ahead and open up this roll. Wow, look at the luster on this coin. There seems to be a little bit of toning right here on the edge, but that's to be expected. This is an ender technically. Right here on the reeds was a little bit exposed. So let's go ahead and dump this out and see what the inside looks like. Alright, these are officially naked coins. So let's go ahead and start taking a look. Right here on the ender, you can see this one's nicely toned. Still has a whole lot of that luster. This one was exposed on the end, so I'd imagine most of the marks and discoloration to be on this one. You can see there's a pretty deep cut there, and lots of splotches around the date and words. But on the obverse, wow. There's a pretty deep cut right here on the wing of the eagle, and some scratches in the field by the snake. We're going to go ahead and set this into the lowest grade pile. I imagine the ones coming up are going to be significantly better. Let's take a look. There are some marks in the field here by the eagle's head, but that does appear to be the only ones there. I see a scratch by the O on onza and above her head. And while I did get footage of me taking a close look at every single coin, and I'm sure you would watch that, I don't think I'm going to be able to come up with enough commentary for everything, so I might just post it later, maybe even as some members-only content. But for now, we'll go ahead and take a look at one more, and then I'll just skip to the end where I show you guys the best few that I found. Let's see, this one right here. I'm not really seeing anything on this one except for a small mark near the eagle's chest. Wow, I just can't get over the luster on these coins. There is some small marks on the lower right side, and some marks in the field by the 1, and looks like above plata. and a cut in the wing. Well, let's see how these did. Here I have them all separated into what I believe the grades are: 65, 64, 63, 62, and 61. Maybe 60. Really, in this area, it's anything less than 63. It gets really hard to distinguish how they're going to grade them at that point. So here I have one of the best looking coins to come out of this roll. We'll go ahead and take a quick look at it. Let's take a look here. We've got the coin out. The luster is looking fantastic all the way throughout the coin. Very clean luster. You can see the light refracting, creating that cartwheel. As we zoom in, remember this is very much magnified, so you're going to see a lot more marks than with the naked eye. You can see that there are very small marks in the field and a little bit of haziness, looks like behind the center of the coin. I'm having some issue with the lighting, so we're just going to stay at this point here. That's where I'm noticing those small marks in the field and above her head. But really, that's all there is on the reverse of this coin here. By the way, since these are not technically denominated, do y'all consider these coins, or is this a metal? It's not really a generic round. So what do you think? We'll take a quick look at the obverse. I really don't remember seeing any marks at all on the obverse here. Wow, such a beautiful coin. So we'll go ahead and look at one more here in this air group that I believe would grade about a 65. If y'all do a lot of grading, let me know in the comments what you think these will get, and if you think they're worth sending off to grade. On this one here, there are really only very small marks in the field of the reverse above the Winged Victory's head. Other than that, this is a completely clean coin. As you can see, there's some beautiful luster completely throughout the entire coin. And over here on the obverse, there's really nothing notable that would detract from the grade of this coin. So this one might even get a 66, who knows, even higher. Let me know what you think about this one in the comments. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put all these away, keep them organized in my piles, and take them back to my local coin shop. And I'll see if the owner of the coin shop decides to grade these coins. Would you guys say that PCGS or NGC is the better bet when it comes to the value added by the grades? Well, that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't, and share the video to someone who might like it. But most of all, thank you so much for watching. And just remember, every ounce adds up. So no matter how small, just keep stacking.